Well, the good news just keeps getting better. And no, I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not being facetious. I am being 100% serious. We got more good news today for the crypto market. And there is, in fact, going to be a point where the good news just overwhelms the negative sentiment, where it overwhelms the bearishness, and it starts to take over and move prices. And in fact, there's a few things that have happened just within the last several hours here that we need to have discussions about. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. Looking at ADA right now, US money is just starting to wake up. It's 7:09 a.m. Central Standard Time. Not a whole lot happening currently, but I don't think people understand the gravity of this good news yet. So first of all, we need to talk about something that Charles Hoskinson has alluded to. There's actually something taking place on Friday that people have had concerns about, and this is actually this Kanye West project that is going to be launching. All right. Me personally, I am staying away from this project completely. And frankly, he is confirming the fact that this will not be launched on Cardano. So Charles Hoskinson did this video, said, I want to make a quick video to let you know Kanye West is not going to launch something on Cardano. And he said it looks like his Twitter was actually sold. If this not the case, then whatever. But basically, this project is another one of those liquidity drainers from the crypto market, just as the Trump and Melania tokens were, just as the Libra token was. And people need to understand that we will eventually get past a time where these things are prevalent in the market. But I'm happy that this is not launching on Cardano because it can suck liquidity away from the plethora of great projects. And frankly, just to highlight a few of them, guys, the Cardano ecosystem has in fact been growing and booming and doing incredibly well. So many great projects that are grounded in fundamentals that have stood the test of time. Many of these have been here for years now, and they are continuing to gain traction. We're starting to see listings and on tier one exchanges. This is a big deal for the ecosystem. And so the fact that there are degen chains that can launch a project like this and have it eat up their own liquidity, that's completely fine for me. But let's talk about the really exciting news that we're seeing in the crypto market. SEC just ended their investigation into Robinhood. All right. This now marks four either investigations or lawsuits that the SEC has backed off of in the last 5 days. That is a huge, huge deal for the crypto market that I think a lot of people are sleeping on right now, because again, this means that what we're likely to see as time goes on here is the SEC withdrawing from the Kraken case, the SEC withdrawing from the Binance case, the SEC withdrawing from the Ripple v. SEC case. This is a huge, huge deal that people are sleeping on right now. There is going to be a moment where this good news begins to move the markets the opposite direction. We will be done with the manipulation. There can come a point, and people need to recognize this. There is always manipulation in the market. Bear markets, bull markets, alt season, doesn't really matter. It's a question of how does the manipulation get hid? And what happens is during the heights of bull market cycles, there is so much volume that takes place, so much buying and adoption that take place, that manipulation doesn't have the same effect that it does now. When we are in times of low volume like we're in currently, it's going to be a lot more prevalent. You're going to see it affect the markets a lot more like we have been. All right. Now, that being said, I did see someone say, oh, yeah, we should be bearish. BTC is going to go down to 80K or 60K and close this CME gap. And, not to call anybody out or anything like that, but historically speaking, this isn't a CME gap that needs to be closed. And why I'm referencing that is if we look at last market cycle, and I've talked about this before, we had this same CME gap around the exact same time frame, go figure. And guess what? This CME gap didn't get closed until the bear market cycle. In fact, what I find kind of interesting here is that BTC got to this point where it was about 10% or 12% or so away from actually closing the CME gap. That's not the right measurement there, but anyways. And what we're seeing actually right now is BTC with our dip that we actually saw all the way back here in, I think that was January, that actually got within like 13% of closing the CME gap. It doesn't need to happen. And in fact, I would say that right now, the stability you're seeing from BTC is a good thing. And we're seeing even more stability, more accumulation take place because guess what? Saylor and his team, MicroStrategy, they actually just acquired another $2 billion worth of BTC. Go figure. So right now, there are certain entities that are buying behind the scenes. BTC supply and exchanges is hitting record lows. There is going to be a moment where the supply shock starts to hit the market, not just for BTC, but for ADA as well and for other assets. And frankly, there will not be enough crypto to go around. All right. This supply shock is a big deal. And a lot of people are sleeping on it. A lot of people think it's not a thing or not going to affect ADA. It will. We just have to be at the moment where the market is conducive for these pumps. We are starting to see the sentiment shift a little bit more positive, but I will say this. I see countless bearish comments when it comes to ADA. I see them all over Twitter. I see them all over YouTube. And that actually gives me more and more confidence that the bottom is in fact in, that we are getting ready to make a big bounce in the market, because that's exactly what these times are supposed to do. They're supposed to wear you out there. They're supposed to make you think that things are just going to continue to go down, that we're going to have just this series of just shit, right? And then people get left behind as the market starts to make its move to the upside. They want you to capitulate. They want you to dump your bag, because guess what? They don't want you to win. They're not your friend. They're not going to help you in this crypto market. What they're looking for is the ways that they can make the most money. And the way that they make the most money in the crypto market is manipulating you into dumping your position. And people can do what they want. Doesn't matter to me. I'm not, doing anything with my bags right now. I've just been accumulating during this time. I've really rounded out my portfolio in a big way. And I'm prepared for when the market does, in fact, begin to take off. Yes, there are times it sucks. There are times where it's hard. But again, I just walk away. I don't pay attention to the charts as nearly as much as you guys think I probably do. But I have a 9-to-5 job. I have other businesses that I run. I have kids. I have so many things going on in my life that, frankly, I don't care about the short-term movements in crypto, because it's the long-term game. And I didn't mean to get a little bit preachy as this video went on, but understand that nothing has stopped what is coming. You're not stopping mass adoption. You're not stopping enterprise or government adoption. In fact, these things are taking hold in a big way right now. And although it hasn't affected the charts in the way that we thought quite yet, there will become a moment where it does. All right. That's the biggest thing I have to remind people of. Don't get lulled into complacency. Don't fall asleep right now, because before you know it, times are going to be exciting again. So I appreciate you guys as always. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know your thoughts below, but have a great day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.